What's the biggest mistake that people make when trying to create balance in their lives with a disabled child? Today, I'm going to share with you the simple trick that you can use in your life to change and to keep from getting your life out of balance. We're going to show you that trick right now. Hey, this is James, and welcome back to the Prosperous Caregivers. Today, I'm going to help you understand about equity. This is another piece of the class that I released recently on creating purpose and balance in your life. And this was a series of videos I did on my previous blog. If you didn't check out the last video where I talked about finding a sense of purpose and meaning, I'll link to that one as well as the previous video. These are all excerpts from a video class that I did a couple of years ago, and it's kind of old. The camera that I was using, the lighting sucked, but what I got now isn't much better, but it's a little bit better quality. But what it is I think that the information that I was sharing is just as valuable today as it was back then. So I hope that you really dive in and understand the information. Take notes, and today we're talking about creating equity and having balance in your life between taking care of your child, taking care of your finances, taking care of your work. How do you find the balance? And what's the biggest mistake that people make when looking for balance in their lives? Today, I'm going to answer that question. Check it out, and I hope you enjoy it. We'll see you at the end of the video. One of the things that I personally believe, and you can subscribe to this belief or not, is that we are all born with a purpose. We have a reason that we are here. Part of my purpose and part of my reason for being here is to help people live a balanced life. It's something that I have been working on for the last 25 years. So when Emily came along, of course, I found that I was introduced to a whole new group of people who were living way out of balance. And I personally believe that that is why so many families are struggling. It's because they're out of balance, because they're focusing so much time and so much energy and so much of their finances, and almost all of their family and all of their resources are focused on the child and their disabilities. And it's important, and I'm not saying that your child should be neglected at all, or that you shouldn't spend as much time as you can on your child, but you've got to find a balance between the rest of your life. Now, that doesn't mean necessarily that you spend as much time. One of the things that I learned a long time ago is there's a difference between equality and equity. Equality means you treat everything the same, and everything gets the same amount of time, the same amount of energy, the exact same way. Equity means that you'll give each and every aspect of your life what it needs to be balanced as a whole. One of the things that you have to understand is that, just because your disabled child may require more time or require more intense focus, doesn't mean that you can't have equity in the rest of your life. So I want you to start looking at your life as a whole as a way to build equity within your family, and start looking at your family lifestyle as a whole instead of just one piece of the puzzle. When you can find that balance, you can live from a sense of purpose, and you can live a life that most people don't live. I've been a fan of personal development for over 20 years, but one of the biggest problems that I have with it is they want to tell you that you have to live at this extreme level. Well, you can't maintain that extreme level all the time. I have not met a single person, even these top gurus and these coaches that are teaching you to achieve at this extreme level, don't live there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They might pretend to in their training programs, but they don't do it. And the really honest ones and the really good ones will tell you they don't do it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That those are the peaks of what they perform at. That is the maximum. That is the top of the line of what they can do. Okay? But they live in a more balanced way. In other words, they are taking care of themselves physically. They are taking care of themselves emotionally. They are taking care of themselves mentally. They are taking care of their marriage. They're taking care of their relationships with their partners. They're taking care of their personal finances. They're balancing their life as a whole, and they're giving each and every one of those areas the attention it needs. Sometimes this area might need more attention than another area. You might have to spend more time at work so that you can earn some extra income so you can balance your finances. And you might have to spend a little bit more time with your family at times so that you can take care of the needs there. But you, over time, you build equity and you build this balance to where everything gets what it needs. Okay, so it's a over time process. It's not about, what you're going to do all the time. But when you can get there, when you can find that kind of a balance, you can really take your life to another level and you can get things going in a way that it flows from within you. I hope that this really honed in and helped you to understand what the biggest mistake that people make when trying to find balance in their lives is. The biggest mistake is trying to be equal instead of equity in their lives. I hope that this helps. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, check out the other videos, and you have a great day.